Top 3 Ultra-Rare Wheat Pennies, Hidden Treasures Worth Thousands. Get ready for a jaw-dropping ride through the world of ultra-rare wheat pennies that could be worth hundreds to thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stick around to discover these legendary coins, and you might just have one hiding in your collection or change. Let's kick things off with the 1958 D Wheat Penny. The 1958 D is notable for several reasons, but primarily because it marked the final year of the iconic wheat penny design that had been in circulation since 1909. After 1958, the design was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design, which is still in use today. So, the 1958 D is not just a penny, it's the last of its kind in this series. This alone makes it a key piece in U.S. coinage history. But here's where things get interesting. While there were over 1 billion 1958 D pennies minted, some of them have rare minting errors that make them incredibly valuable. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse, which means the coin was struck with a misaligned die, creating a noticeable doubling of features like the letters in Liberty and the year 1958. The doubled features are so obvious that they're hard to miss if you know what you're looking for. Just look at the Liberty in the image here. You can clearly see a doubling effect. This is exactly what makes a 1958 D with a double die obverse so valuable. If you find one in good condition, especially one with sharp, clear doubling, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $10,000 or more. In fact, some of the highest graded examples of this coin have sold for upwards of $20,000 in auctions, depending on how well preserved the coin is. So, while the 1958 D wheat penny might seem like just another old penny, if it has a double die error, it's a gold mine. Next, let's talk about the 1952 D wheat penny. This coin might not be as widely recognized as the 1958 D, but it's highly coveted among collectors, especially for its mint mark errors. The 1952 D penny was minted in Denver, and while most of these coins are fairly common, there's a rare error that makes the 1952 D stand out: misplaced or doubled mint marks. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does a misplaced mint mark mean? Well, typically the mint mark, in this case, the D for Denver, is placed on the reverse side of the coin, just below the wheat stalks. However, in some cases, the mint mark was either misaligned or doubled, which makes the coin extremely rare and valuable. Cut to close-up footage of a 1952 D wheat penny showing a misplaced or doubled mint mark. Narrator. Here's an example of a 1952 D with a doubled mint mark. When you examine it under a magnifying glass, you can see that the D is clearly duplicated, and that's what makes it special. The 1952 D doubled mint mark pennies are rare, and in great condition. They can be worth anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. Coins in pristine condition, free from wear, discoloration, or damage, can fetch top dollar. In fact, the rarest examples of the 1947 wheat penny have been sold for over $20,000 at auctions, especially if they are graded as MS 65 or higher. So, if you find a well-preserved 1947 wheat penny, you could be holding a rare treasure from the post-World War II era. Finally, we have the 1947 wheat penny. This penny is not as famous for specific minting errors as the other two, but it's incredibly valuable because of its rarity. The 1947 wheat penny, especially those minted in Philadelphia, has become a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. While pennies from the early 1940s were relatively common, the 1947 penny didn't survive in large numbers, especially in good condition. Many of the 1947 wheat pennies were used and worn down to the point where they no longer had any value as collector's items. This makes the 1947 penny incredibly scarce, and when you do find one in near mint or uncirculated condition, it can be worth $10,000 to $15,000 or even more. Cut to close-up footage of a 1947 wheat penny in excellent condition. Narrator. Coins in pristine condition, free from wear, discoloration, or damage, can fetch top dollar. In fact, the rarest examples of the 1947 wheat penny have been sold for over $20,000 at auctions, especially if they are graded as MS 65 or higher. So, if you find a well-preserved 1947 wheat penny, you could be holding a rare treasure from the post-World War II era. So now that we've covered the 1958 D, 1952 D, and 1947 wheat penny, let's talk about what makes these coins so valuable in the first place. The value of any coin is determined by a few key factors. Rarity: the fewer the coins minted, the more valuable they are. The rarer a coin is, the higher its value, especially if it's in good condition. Condition: a coin in mint or near mint condition is far more valuable than one that's been worn down or damaged over time. Collectors want coins that are in the best possible shape. Minting errors: this is where we see coins like the 1958 D double die obverse or the 1952 D with a doubled mint mark. These errors make a coin significantly rarer and more valuable because they're anomalies that are difficult to replicate. Historical significance: coins that mark a significant moment in history, like the end of the wheat penny era or those minted just after World War II, hold a special place in the hearts of collectors. Now that you know the ins and outs of these ultra-rare and valuable 1-cent coins, keep your eyes peeled. Whether you're going through your collection, checking spare change, or hunting for treasures at a coin shop, remember that coins like the 1958 D, the 1952 D, and the 1947 wheat penny could be worth more than you think. If you spot a minting error or come across a well-preserved example, take the time to research it and have it appraised. It could be the key to unlocking a treasure trove of value hidden in your collection. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful in your coin collecting journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more amazing coin finds. See you in the next video.